All right, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Freezin NFC North Podcast, episode 107, 2024, Week 6 review and Week 7 previews, plus some key injuries. We'll get all that going. Before we get it going, let's welcome everyone in.
Sad.
Shelby, where can everyone find you as we get started?
Shelby Tweten on Twitter, X, Instagram, the Skull Queen on TikTok.
And we'll see, how many, obviously like and subscribe, but we'll see how many more weeks the Vikings fans, before, obviously you're good about this, but how many more weeks that we have you showing up. I mean, obviously things can take a turn. Me throwing some cold water on things. Maybe we'll start this week. And I'm going to go ahead and seventh letter. I'm going to let you speak to that. Where can everyone find you as we get started? Because your team could be throwing cold water on this Viking love fest.
Oh man, seventh letter 4, Twitter, X, same as Instagram, Facebook. Ooh wee.
We will definitely get to all those fireworks very soon. But someone who always brings the fireworks, whether it's on this show or any show he's on, all good stuff. Trevor, where can everyone find you as we get started?
Listen, you all should become Packers fans. It's so much better. It's just so much more fun. You can find me on RevTrevNFL. My life is good. I'm a Packers fan. We've had years of success. It's still continuing. The future's bright. The present's bright. Follow me on RevTrevNFL for realistic, honest, and passionate takes on all things Packers in the NFL. Just saying.
What a sell, honestly.
That was a great sell. But I bet I can top you. So, for a bright future in multiple continents.
Multiple continents.
The Chicago Bears. We are
every time something wild gets said, I'm taking a drink of water.
You can find me very soon on the top of the NFC North. It's going to be exploding here. But, hey, you can find me on NFLOutdated on Twitter and on YouTube here on Wednesday nights. We have a great time, and I'm excited. Future is bright, and I get a rest this week. I get a rest, my nerves and everything. I was a little worried. That the Bears would, go over to across the pond and might not live up to what I've been saying, but obviously they did. And my Bears, let's just go ahead and start there because hey, I know all of you are excited to talk about my Bears, and try to think of so many different words, so many different superlatives. It was just there's so many. I just had to I settled on something quite simple, but Bears dominated in London at 35-16. Versus the Jaguars. I mean, when you look at it, it was just a complete demolition, and another coming out party in another on another continent for my guy Caleb. I mean, he is just really showing up. He's making all the throws, and look at this. You got Cole Kmet showing up. The defense is it's really becoming a complete team. Shane Waldron is showing up. We got a 3-game win streak, 35 points. 35 points scored in consecutive games. That hasn't happened since Mark Trestman, the legendary Mark Trestman, was the coach of the Chicago Bears. 5 offensive TDs in consecutive games for the first time since 1956. These Chicago Bears are going to be rewriting our record books. Caleb Williams already dominating. Look at this: 3 throwing scores and 50 yards on the ground for a quarterback since it's never happened in a game across the pond. All right, so you got offensively, Keenan Allen. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show, Keenan Allen. Like I said, an awesome wide receiver. I mean, hey, this offense is firing all cylinders now. And the defense, 17 points per game they've allowed. Like I said, we've got a top defense, all right? And that 17 points per game so far is the best since 2006, when a certain team from Chicago ended up in the Super Bowl. I'm not saying, but I'm saying this team
That was a lot of information.
is
that one
on
time.
the precipice of something great,
Not
of greatness.
saying, but he's saying.
You sitting up here talking like that, and all your dead bodies only won one game apiece.
Hey,
all of them, every last one of them. Yeah.
Hey, we play who's on the schedule, and we even
That's
do it, across the pond. So, with this team, I'm excited. Trevor, I mean, you have to be excited about my Bears. You have to be, right?
You know what? I'm going to give your Bears some credit.
All right.
This is the first time in a decade I've been nervous.
What?
Yeah, and I'll tell you why.
You can't see how you can beat them.
Relax.
Relax.
Everyone stay calm, because you told me your defense was legit.
Yeah.
That's a fact. And I just knew
Jack.
the moment the offense starts to figure it out, okay?
Trevor.
The
Vikings. Keep going.
The moment did we just all switch back to the same spot?
Put me over there.
I helped you out. No, I think Shelby, she didn't want to hear what you had to say. She was excited herself. So
I'm trying to retweet our thing so people can watch it.
Oh, yeah.
This is what you want Caleb to look like. This is what you drafted a number one quarterback over, like the number one pick. This is what you should expect. Now, we understand the competition you played isn't the greatest. We understand that. But the Bears can't pick the schedule. Okay?
Yeah.
Whoever's in front of them, they got to play. And I'm just saying right now, if Caleb plays like this against good teams, I'm nervous. I'm just saying.
There's a little bit of a backhand compliment here. All right.
No. It's genuine.
Yeah.
That's what I have. I just think if the offense can start like matching how competitive the defense has been, they're going to be dangerous.
Yeah.
And Andy, this is the part you're going to like. Okay.
Yeah.
Brother, you know, this is what it feels like to win. Like, doesn't it feel good? Like, just enjoy it for a moment. Just
think
breathe
how
it in,
good
okay?
you felt when y'all were losing.
Okay? Yeah. You've lost so much. You just don't know what it feels like. You're going into a bye week. You're 2 games above 500. This is what it feels like. This is why it's so great to be a Packers fan, because I know how it feels. Doesn't it feel good?
Hey, 4 touchdowns, almost a fifth from Caleb Williams. In just what he has done, what he's accomplished in his rookie year. I mean, I don't think a Packer quarterback has ever done that in his rookie year. So it's really, I don't know.
That's because they all start under somebody else because they already have a good quarterback.
Well, yeah, but they don't have like Hall of Fame worthy Caleb Williams. I mean, so
I feel like the one thing you can't talk shit about with the Packers is their QB play.
I don't know.
Not my lifetime.
Yeah,
Not since far.
That's like the one thing that they excel at.
One of them how it switches to the Packers.
Okay, we'll get. Yeah,
just one thing. You're right, Andy. No rookie Packers quarterbacks ever been this good because they don't play in their rookie season. So congratulations.
I mean, hey, he's looking better than Jordan Love did last year.
He is not.
At this point.
He is not. That is absolutely this way.
This point in his career.
That is a lie.
At this point in his career,
oh my goodness.
How many touchdowns did Jordan Love throw his first game?
4,000.
Well, that was, of course, that was against the overmatched Eberflus in week 1. That's okay. I get it. So you're not on the Bears train yet. 7th letter.
I think that he's better than Justin Fields.
Okay. Yeah.
He's better than Justin. But I always said that. Everybody knew that. Like Justin Fields had people thinking the Cowboys had a chance last week. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody knew it was going to happen. Like The only thing is, I will give him this. He is showing a little bit, and he's beating the teams that he's supposed to beat pretty handily. But that's a good defense. And once he got comfortable, and once he realized there wasn't no pass rush coming, again, another pass to 7-on-7 drills. That's what that was. Like, it was just the same thing again. No pressure on him really.
I'd say the biggest thing with Caleb Williams, just kind of looking at his growth and progression into a superstar right before our very eyes. Obviously he had that interception, but he's harder on himself than any other teammate can be. So he came back and continued to grow, and just continued to make pinpoint throws, and just the one to Cole Kmet over the middle, and then just Cole Kmet just like fighting for that touchdown. So all of these things, and when you look at it too, Caleb Williams has a C on his chest, right? And what I love is, the players kind of calling him bossy, right? Because that means he knows what he's talking about. He's already taken the lead role, the leadership on this team as a rookie. And you don't see that. Obviously, I haven't seen that as a Bears fan. So, yes, I get it. You poke fun at Bears quarterbacks, and the Packers, Shelby, have that over all of us, right? But you know what? I'm excited.
Shelby's right.
And hey, the Vikings have maybe something coming. I don't know. I don't know what JJ McCarthy is going to be, but hey, when you look in Chicago, it's bright. It is bright. You know
what I want to see? I want to see. I want to see him under pressure again, because he didn't look really good under pressure. That's what I want to see.
Yeah,
I want to see how he responds to that, because he hasn't been pressured the last couple weeks. It's literally been like, what I'm saying? Like, he's been standing back there throwing to these 3 elite receivers.
They're all NFL players. Come on.
No,
and shots fired here.
I don't want to hear that. It's different. It's different. It's a difference. You know that. You know that.
I know that. I love me some.
Trade for Montez Sweat. Your defense is good now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the same defense that let the Broncos come back, that let us come back. You know what I'm saying? The same defense that let the Packers do that to them in week 1 last year is the same defense that was one of the best defenses at the end of the year with one addition. So there's differences in personnel.
There is absolutely. Absolutely. And let's go ahead and focus on the Packers. They defeathered the Cardinals 34-13 in their win in week 6 versus Arizona. So, Trevor, hand out some helmet stickers for the Packers.
Yeah. You know what? I watching that game, there was not 1 second that I was worried that we're going to lose.
Yeah.
It was just like, what is this Cardinal? Yeah. I thought this team was good. Apparently they're not. I mean, maybe we're just better. I don't know. With the helmet stickers, obviously Jordan Love, 4 touchdowns. Again, just saying. But Romeo Doubs needs to get a helmet sticker, because with all the challenges and coming out and saying, listen, I made a mistake, I shouldn't have done that, comes out and gets 2 touchdowns. I was really impressed. But that throw across the middle, Jordan Love.
Over the dude? Yeah, that was crazy.
Oh, my goodness. and here's the thing about Jordan Love right now is he's literally a hybrid of Rodgers and Favre, which is wild to even consider. Like, I wouldn't even have compared him to one of them, but it's both of them combined. It's like they're in the same body, and he's like a gunslinger. Like, listen, Josh Jacobs is a very good running back. They don't even need him. It's like, we don't need to pass him the ball. We're just going to give him the ball a few times, keep the defense honest, and I'm just going to sling it. And that's what's happening. And it's just like, what is going? Is this Rodgers all of a sudden? And then he slings it like in all these tight spots, and it's like, this has got to be Favre. He's got no fear. And it's just like, it's unbelievable to watch. So, but McKinney and is it Williams? Oh my goodness, those good safeties.
Yeah, good safety.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
This is what we were missing last year.
Well, speaking of, are you kidding me? And maybe Shelby, I'll give you the first crack at this here. Lambeau calls appear once again for Green Bay. So the Packers were up 24-13, I believe, 24-13. They were driving. They had just gotten stopped, I believe. And there was this phantom, I don't know, holding pass interference call that extended the drive. I mean, Shelby, did you watch the game at all?
No.
I actually did not watch the game.
Okay, probably
but
better.
without that, with refs in general, I feel like the refs are getting out of control. Like, it's not just because I've seen so many people like the discourse around the Chiefs and like even the Lions, you know, like a lot of people are mad about the refs. It's like every single game someone's saying something.
Are they saying they cheat for us? That's what
There's been some times, not recent. I'm saying us. I'm saying everybody. I'm saying everybody. I'm saying everybody. But that's the thing. But that's the thing is like it. I feel like, especially when it comes to the Chiefs, we did the same thing with the Patriots. When teams are that good, it's kind of like, okay, it has to be the refs. Like, you're looking for every single thing. But just in general, the refs, like, even Aaron Rodgers' bitch ass was like...
I was about to say, don't forget about our boy down there.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. They cheated for him a lot.
But even he was like, that was not a roughing the passer. Like, in that presser after the game on Monday, he was like, that was not roughing the passer. Like, there's so many things that you can see now. And it's like, dude, you guys are ruining the game. It's just not as fun. Because then it just feeds into the, oh, it's scripted. No, really, the refs are just like, maybe they need to go through a new course or something, or like, let's just refresh them all. But no, I didn't see this specific thing, but I do think that the refs there's something off.
When they go down of like when they ain't got no offense all game and they just penalty their way down the field, it makes me sick.
We're talking about the Packers, right? Or any team.
Just especially against the Seahawks, they was doing that shit to me. Like, come on, man. Like, yo.
But then they'll miss like things that are obvious. So it's like,
you know how many times they hold?
Yeah,
even the Metcalf thing though, where he should have gotten the touchdown against you guys and they called it back. That was another thing that did not go in the Seahawks' favor.
You know they got a flag they can throw, right? That they can challenge, right?
Can they challenge? I don't think they can challenge flags, though.
I thought they can't. I thought they can only challenge
they called
flags
it incomplete. They called it incomplete.
No, I'm talking about they didn't.
The 2-point conversion?
No. It was the long one that DK got, and there was pass interference in the end zone, but it got called back because of like, what was it, like a offsides or something like that? I can't remember.
But I thought you was talking about the 2-point conversion where his knee was.
No.
Yeah, but he was in, and he didn't throw the flag. That's his fault.
Yeah, there's just a couple things where it's like it'll be the most obvious thing, and they don't call it, and then it's something stupid like that roughing the passer against Rodgers, and it's just like, what are y'all doing?
You're talking to a person that has had touchdowns scored on him after running back's whole knee was on the ground. You're talking to a person whose elbow, butt, leg, thigh, and everything hit the ground for a game-winning touchdown that would have probably changed the course of our season. We talking about a guy that they picked up a pass interference in a playoff game in the fourth quarter on third down against. You think I care about them throwing no flag for us? They better cheat for us. We deserve it.
You know, so Brent has a nice point here. Maybe the league can stop introducing new rules. I think just
100%.
Kickoffs. That's just, trying to figure it out. I'm sure, like, as a fan is one thing, but as the refs, I mean, especially when they're still trying to figure out like how completing a pass and I don't know all the things that go along with that.
Definitely do something. They're gonna start throwing more because the defenses are kind of playing well against the pass this year. So they're gonna do bullshit and then throw dumb flags to try to extend drives and everything. That's what's happening. It's gonna get worse, I imagine.
Yeah. Well, Trev, I want to give you a chance to retort against the Packer calls that I can see, that go, in Green Bay's favor.
Let's just talk about this Sunday, right? So we're already up by a lot, and they miss a call. Like, are you
24-13,
really
it was
grasping at straws right now?
It
Like,
was.
what is going on, Andy? I understand.
That was
your
a huge
team's
momentum swing.
+2 in the win column, bro. You shouldn't be cranky and grumpy right now. You should be just happy. I just got off of a cruise. I went with my wife on a cruise. I was happy. There's nothing wrong in life. It's all good. You should be happy. You're on a cruise. You're on a cruise, Andy. And here you are nitpicking about a missed phantom call. It didn't affect the game at all. I agree. It shouldn't have been called. It is what it is. I don't agree with it. I'm like Rogers saying, hey, you missed one. But at the end of the day, we were in control the whole time. Why would this even matter? Only a hater would bring this up.
Because they need consistency. Like it shouldn't matter like whether it's a game-changing play or not. They need to have everything consistent.
Yeah, I agree. I think the referee needs to be better.
Love, that was some ball. Like, come on, man. Come on, man.
I know a quarterback that would not have gotten that the last couple of years. Justin Fields would not have gotten that call.
No, but it was
but the whole league apparently hates Justin Fields. He just lost his starting job, and he's had what is the dealio? Why does everyone hate Justin Fields so much?
He'll get it back.
Yeah, I don't think. I think basically they walked it back. Tomlin walked it back and said it's in consideration. When they see
how bad he is,
Russell Wilson is just not it. Tomlin wants to win. He needs to win. It's
Fields, just wild though, don't you think? Like, how do you have that record? You've played that well, and we're going with Russ, everyone, because he won a Super Bowl how many years ago? It's like, what are they seeing in practice that they're like, this is our guy? The moment he's healthy, he's back in the game. It's like,
you know why?
It's Tomlin. It's not like someone crazy.
Justin Fields cannot see the field.
Yes,
you
only see half the field. Yeah,
like he cannot see the field. Like it's totally like I used to always say, it might not be homeboy that y'all fired the offensive coordinator. It just might be Justin Fields. Like,
no. If you listen
he stinks there too. You're right.
Oh yeah, if you listen to Bronco fans, they're ready to throw him on
Raiders.
The Raiders.
Yeah,
is he with the Raiders? Yeah. Raiders fans. Yeah, you listen to Raiders fans. They're ready to throw Getsy out. I said, I told y'all. He's just
both of them. Bomb.
Yeah.
He really has nothing to work with though. Like
even more so now. Yeah. This is interesting. Yeah, I mean, if they're trying to raise Russ' trade value, I mean that would be smart. Showcase him for a game, see what he's got. Right. And I still think, that they're going to mix Justin, even if Justin Fields doesn't start, they're going to mix him in with some runs. And so it's just going to be a hybrid.
They're going to trade him to the Vikings as the backup.
Oh, maybe he'll take over for Darnold.
I fucking hope not.
Well, who's your backup?
True, but you know how I feel about fucking Russell Wilson. Like,
I know, it's like
let's ride. Come on,
Rich Rogers went to Minnesota. I would have loved that.
I don't like him either.
Speaking, what's that?
I think he's fake. I don't like him.
Yeah, I agree. Well, speaking of fake laughter, all this. Here is let's talk about some Lions. All right. So
I was like, where's this about to go?
Yeah, I was like, Lions?
Look at that. Lions exposed a big D, 47-9.
Oh, you're talking about the Cowboys being fake. I get it.
That's what happened. We had football practice on Sunday, man.
That shit was hilarious.
I just love
hilarious.
Man.
I just love that you printed that out. That is.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, it was beautiful, wasn't it?
I've got a video of me burning a Cowboys shirt.
Yeah, I love it. I loved it. I loved every bit of it. I loved the pettiness of my coach. I loved it. They cheated us. They cheated us 2 years in a row. The last year was egregious, but this year, fuck, we ran a seam route with a left tackle.
Insane.
Yo,
it was looking like the longest yard out there. Like it was just the craziest shit.
Crazy. What I tell you was gonna happen last week.
Yeah.
What I tell you gonna happen last week.
I don't know.
And they gave and Jerry about to fire his man on the radio and all that. Did you hear about that?
And it was his birthday.
Yeah. Oh, on his birthday. Oh, so
do we
yesterday.
Feel bad? Oh, good.
Who feels
do we
bad?
Feel bad for McCarthy at all, or
no?
I don't feel bad for Zimmer.
No, I don't feel bad for him. You know why? Yeah. You know why? You done turned Jerry Jones into he started acting like Donald Trump, I swear to God, because he straight up went on the radio yesterday and was like, I swear to God, Joe, if y'all ask me any questions about how I build this team, y'all find somebody else to ask these questions. Like he got he was bugging. He was bugging. The Cowboys are not what people think they are. They were bullies for years. Mm-hmm. The minute they play somebody, this is what happens. I told y'all we was going to bludgeon them.
Well, it didn't hurt. They've got, a lot of injuries, right? Micah Parsons.
You know what happened? What happened when the Saints played them? They had both of them for the Saints. They both of their edge rushers is lighting their ass. What you think going to happen? We wasn't running all up. We notice was different from this year and last year. Last year, we playing with them, trying to run these long developing plays, playing into their strength. This year, we ran at them, straight at them, and they couldn't do nothing. The only one that was playing on their defense was number 6, the safety, because he was coming down laying hits. I hate the way Jahmyr Gibbs run because he don't protect himself. He always getting blew up every time. But it was beautiful. I enjoyed myself.
Every time I see Monty run, I hear your voice.
Thank you.
Saying thank you. Yeah.
And you know what? You know who he loves more now, right? He loves us more. You know why? Because we bought him and we gave him some more money and everything.
You did give him. You gave him the bag. Hey, he's worth it. He's worth it.
Yes, we did. He every dime. He runs so hard. He does. Oh my God,
he runs so hard.
He does, yo.
This is the kind of content everybody needs.
Pause, no Diddy. But Jesus Christ, it was so wonderful, y'all. It was so wonderful. I sat up here, I almost cried and everything. I was anxious. I hate the Cowboys. I hate them more than I hate the Packers, yo. I hate them.
That's a lot. That's saying a lot.
No. You don't understand. I got like family members that's Cowboy fans, yo. When I was like 13 years old, we played against the Cowboys on like a Sunday, and we had just beat them in the playoffs, and they put a bag on my head, yo.
Oh yeah,
because we got blew out. You understand what I'm saying? So when they talk about, man, y'all shouldn't have. Yeah, it was like y'all was making fun of. So what?
This is a new Lions. This is a new seventh letter. Like this is like.
That was shit. Was beautiful. I enjoyed everything.
Anger.
It was beautiful.
Wow.
I hate the Cowboys, man. I hate them.
You obviously, 47-9. You exposed Dallas. But there might have been another reason to cry here. I mean, impact. Give us the impact, like for Aiden Hutchinson's season-ending injury. I mean, plays hard.
That shit was felt around the league. That wasn't even just
when he took them gloves off. I said, "Oh."
I didn't even want to look at that injury. It was just,
and thanks to Twitter.
Oh yeah,
everywhere.
They slow it down for you, like, oh, it was horrific. It was horrific.
Sickening.
Yes, thanks to Twitter. Appreciate that, Twitter, because I didn't want to see it. Because Fox was like, I don't even want to show it. I'm like, oh shit.
That's how you knew it was bad.
Something crazy. But you know what? We're gonna trade for Trey Hendrickson, so don't worry about it.
No. I'd say Max Crosby maybe if the Raiders.
Hell no.
You don't want Max Crosby.
He already shut that down though. He shut that rumor down. Yeah. He was I believe silver and black, not silver and blue.
Don't believe owners. Trust me. They need a quarterback. they need a quarterback. They'll take a first or even 2. Because that's what we'll have to give for him, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to do first round picks.
The owner of the Raiders, Mr. Davis, right? Is it Mark this time? Yeah. And he's got a haircut like Dumb and Dumber. So I'm sorry. I wouldn't,
so
I would not trust. I don't
not
understand how
believe
some of these rich people with like how much money they have, like you can't actually get a good haircut. You can't. I mean, maybe he likes it. I don't know.
It's Revenge of the Nerds, man. That's all it is. They just got money, yo. They just nerds. So they don't have no sense of that. They've been imagine you can have anything you ever wanted in your life and no one cares how you look. They only worry about how much money you got. So it doesn't matter. He looked in the mirror, he put that bowl on top of his head and shaved the sides, and I'm going outside. That's what he's doing.
Well, it seems like he's doing all right with younger women anyway. So.
Exactly. Which is crazy. I don't understand how a man could actually truly be with someone that just only wants their money, yo. Like, I don't understand.
But some guys get off on it though.
What?
Shelby knows because she's in the industry.
You're in LA.
They do.
Yeah.
They do.
Get off on what?
Well,
they get off on like taking care. Like think about
like
financial pigs. Like,
don't you want her to like you though? Like you, like, you know what I'm saying? Like kiss you.
I don't think some people care.
No, some people don't care.
That's crazy to me. That's crazy.
It is crazy.
But that's also because you're an attractive, cool guy. So I don't think you'd really like understand.
Oh,
it's like a totally different like bracket of people that.
Yeah, well, what if I get money, right? I would stay with my wife. You know why? Because she liked me when I ain't had nothing. Like she knows.
That's right. Preach it, bro.
Yeah.
Wow, this episode, it took a turn.
This is relationships 101. This is like,
yeah.
You know,
man,
might as well start a completely separate podcast.
She cares. She's been there the whole time.
Yeah. Word. That's crazy. I got a lot of money now.
Bro.
I'm adorable now. Oh, I'm adorable.
You don't like me now? You only like me.
He just wants to have a hot girl on his arm, and they don't care, like, other than the fact that she's a hot girl on his arm.
That's what it is? Oh, no.
Well, look at Bill
Belichick. What's
Belichick.
important to me? Music. And if we can't, like the same music, I can't fuck with you. I just can't, yo. Like, I can't. Like, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about? Like,
wow, look at this.
All right, no women. No women.
So,
no more women.
You know, speaking of Dallas, well, I mean, what about a good old possibly the next coach of the Dallas Cowboys, Bill Belichick, right? You know, he's living his best life.
You hear him on his podcast, right? It's either there or the Jets. You hear him? Mm-hmm. And I'm like, oh man, go to Dallas. Go ahead and mess that team. Don't go to Dallas. You should go to New York because you see in New York you can control that situation. Dallas, you cannot. You can't.
I can't see him being under Jerry Jones.
Yeah.
Because Parcells left there for that reason. He wouldn't let him pick his players, and he drafted well. I mean, the league was kind of more advanced than Parcells was at that time. But you see, when Wade Phillips got there, Tony Romo, that's all the personnel. That's Parcells picks, and that plan, that 3-4 defense. You know what I'm saying? With DeMarcus Ware, Tony Romo was an undrafted player. You know what I'm saying? All those Keyshawn Johnson and all them people, those are all Parcells people. So he picks good players, football players. They are good, but that was probably some of the best Cowboy teams, to be honest. You know what I'm saying? When Wade Phillips had them.
Here's the thing. So I got so passionate about the Detroit Lions smoking the beatdown of from the Lions that I made a video on it.
Everyone needs to check that out. You got some great stuff. Yeah.
And it's like my title is The Dallas Cowboys Are, in capital letters, awful, and capital letters, not America's team.
No.
Man, I just ripped into them. I don't even know how many minutes I went. 8 minutes and 41 seconds of bliss, everyone. That is, you're right, Seventh. They can't beat anybody good.
Nobody.
They destroyed the Cleveland Browns, and they're for real. They're for real. Yeah. Now they lost to the Ravens only by 3, so I'm a little confused about that week.
Because you notice the Ravens, they are notorious for getting Kane back on. Notorious because of the way they play. That man holds that ball too long, and then he fumbles, turnovers.
Lamar Jackson?
Huh?
Lamar Jackson is that man?
Yes. They always get came back on. All the time. It happens all the time. If you look at their losses, a lot of them are comebacks. People coming back on them all the time. It happens a lot with the Ravens. And that's because the way he plays. So and Dak Prescott is the king of garbage time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He gets a lot
Perfect fantasy quarterback.
Yes.
Yeah. I just feel like the Cowboys don't gel. Like there's no family. It's Jerry Jones and then everybody for themselves.
I know, but think about it, Shelby. Like, for example, they've totally screwed up the way they structured this team. So they have an elite player in Parsons. I think Dak Prescott is a good quarterback. They have a very talented wide receiver, and that is it. Well, that is it. There's not another wide receiver on the team that would make most teams. They do not have a running back that's good. Like, what in the world? When they sat down and go, hey, this is the team we're going to put out this year. Why would you not go get King Henry?
Well, partially, CJ Lamb was like, I need all your money.
See them,
And same with Dak. Right? You know, like it was like
that's the environment that Dallas creates. You know what I'm saying? Where Tom Brady took less money for years. We just signed all our players. Like Jared Goff ain't the top paid quarterback in the league, and he went to the NFC Championship. You know what I'm saying? You're able to keep your foundation, and your foundation's got to be more than a middle of the road quarterback, really talent wise, honestly, because he hasn't won any big games. Dak Prescott is a stat stuffer. That's what he is.
Speaking of stat stuffer too, I think Micah Parsons. Look at him against good teams.
Yes, thank you. I don't think he's elite. I think he's really good at one thing. He's very good at rushing the quarterback. He cannot play the run. Because notice, it don't matter who. If it's Lawrence and him is there still, the Saints still had 200 yards rushing. And if anybody can run, if you run the ball, that's the worst thing you can ever do to a team. If you're able to run the ball, that play action come into play. And now it's pitch and catch all day. That's the problem. If you don't shut down, if you're not able to shut down that running, the reason why they will not ever be good is because they don't spend money on that middle of that line of scrimmage. And if they ever did, then the Cowboys would be a problem. The Bears are good, right? Because they have a defense.
You say that again? Say that again?
Because they got a defense. You beat the teams you're supposed to beat. All you need is a little bit of offense. Good. Remember what the Ravens said? All I need is 13. All I need is 17 points. That's all you got to give me. That's it. If you got a defense that can shut people down and create turnovers, why do you think the Vikings blowing everybody out the water? Turnovers in the defense. Yeah. And they pressuring these bullshit quarterbacks.
Well, we'll get into that. We'll get into that game here in a bit. Let's go to the Packers here and Week 7 keys, Trev. So the Texans at the Packers. Obviously, it's at Lambeau.
Plus the phantom calls.
And that's probably where you get the 2.5 here, right? I mean, over and over 47.5. But the Texans, I believe they only have one loss, correct?
Correct.
This is a good team.
Against who?
I'm finding out right now.
Against the Vikings, right? So this is a good team. So when you look at this game, give me some keys to the Packers, beating the Texans this week.
Well, hey, listen, if the Bears almost beat the Texans, why can't we beat the Texans? That's what I'm just wondering, right? If the Vikings smoked the Texans, why can't we beat the Texans? I just don't think there's any this idea that they are the elite team and the NFC or AFC is remains to be seen. So I think for every team, mine included, the next 4 to 6 weeks is going to define everything. And I know maybe that's a Captain Obvious comment, but especially the next 4. Now, Shelby's team just had a bye week, so that's good. You guys got a pass coming up this week, so maybe just extend it, maybe a 5 weeks for you guys, Andy. Right?
Yeah,
but we're all gonna get on our bye weeks. But I just think I am so excited to watch this game. Plus, we're in all whites, baby. This is gonna be fun to watch. We're in Lambeau. We're on all whites. we're playing a good team. I want to see what our team looks like against a good team. You know, the last time we played a good team was against Minnesota. I didn't think they were a good team. And we looked terrible in the first half. And listen to me right now. I'll tell you, this is the reason why we're going to win on Sunday. We have, you're going to be shocked, a kicker. If we had a kicker, we'd be 5 and whatever and 1 as well.
This is the third kicker this season.
I'm just saying,
on kicker number 3.
That's the point, Andy. What I love about this team is like, you can't produce, you're gone. We're not gonna, we're gonna stick with this guy all year. And so it's like, we're not gonna bring back the rookie. Okay, well, we're gonna bring back another guy to kick with them. And like they're both trash right before the season starts. You're both gone. Okay. Now we got Narvison, and it's like he doesn't miss extra points. Perfect. Can't hit a field goal to win a game. Gone. I love this. We have to be like, it's a now winning league, and I absolutely love that they did that. We're missing Crosby. Don't get me wrong, okay? We're missing Crosby. Just bring him out of retirement. Let's just roll it back. I know he's going to the Jets because they're all going to the Jets right now. But what I'm saying is I'm so excited about this game because I really want to see what it looks like against this Texans. I think the Texans are good. And I hope we win. I don't think it's a give me win. I think though, I'm excited to see how our boys do. I'm excited as well to see the Lions Vikings game. Like, I cannot wait to watch that game because it's just fun to watch good teams play good teams.
So I was gonna say it's gonna be ideal weather. It looks like 70 lower or upper 60s, 70 sunny kickoff. So it should be ideal weather. I do have to confess, although I do say Jordan Love is mid, I do have him on some of my fantasy teams, and I think.
Wait.
I do not have Caleb Williams in one league.
You're missing out. This is the time to buy low.
I've got Jordan
anyway,
Love better.
So Jordan
why
Love,
didn't you take him?
I couldn't.
You know how many leagues I'm in with Andy, and he does not take Caleb Williams. I don't care what he says right now. I'm in his leagues. He does not have Caleb Williams on one team. You know what? I've got Jordan Love in every single league. Oh no, almost every single league. I'm in tons of leagues.
All right.
Just saying.
All
this confident.
I was going to say something good about the Packers too here.
Go for it.
So I do think the Packers can throw against that Houston team, right? I think Jordan Love's going to throw it around the yard. I think he could have a big game here. But I don't know. I mean, CJ Stroud, I think obviously you got Xavier McKinney, some other guy, some other quarterback that's kind of average on one side and someone who's decent on the other. I'll let you decide which side. But I think it's going to be a shootout. I think, but it's not going to be below 47.5. I mean, you look at, both offenses. I mean, even like the Packers versus the Vikings defense, they came back, so I think it's going to be a high scoring game. I mean, I don't know.
Totally.
Do you think the Packers are going to win here, Trev?
Yes, I think we're going to pull it out because we're at home and we're going to get a phantom call. I'm just kidding. I think we're going to win because we have a kicker now, and he's not going to miss in the clutch moment. It's going to be close, but it's going to be high scoring. It's going to be like that. It's kind of like the Vikings 31-29 kind of feel. That's what I'm thinking.
Ooh. Nah. So I'll get to mine in a second, but so seventh letter. Do you think the Packers are going to win this one?
Yeah, I think they'll win. The Texans left tackle is out. So I think and CJ Stroud been sacked like 11, 12 times this year already.
His offensive line
ain't that good either. And if the Packers want to pin it back, they can. They got a bunch of pass rushes. You know what I'm saying? So I think that this will be one of those games that they'll make him uncomfortable. Like you saw what the Vikings did to him when they got pressure on him. He's not that good under there. And then I don't think what's the name's playing either. What's the receiver for the Texans?
Oh, Nico Collins is out.
Yeah, Nico Collins ain't playing. And they got a good secondary, and they run on like Mixon's playing, but
Mixon's back.
Again, I just think that I think both of them will probably bother each other a lot with the pass rush. The Texans got a pretty good pass rush too. So I don't think it'll be that high. I'm gonna pick the under, but I will pick the Packers to win because I think Jordan Love has his Wicks is hurt, right? But it don't matter. They all the same. Yeah. You know what I'm
right? I thought yeah, they're all the same. I mean, Dobbs might, and they've got Tucker Kraft, and they have
Reed as a stud. Just saying.
Yeah, Reed is a stud. He's real good. I always liked him. He's the Packers, like I would say 2017. This is not going to be a high scoring game. I'm gonna go pick the under. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it'll be a high scoring game because I think the defense. The Packers can abuse that secondary for the Texans, though. You know what I'm saying? They only really got one cornerback, Stingley. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
So I'm giving the Texans too much credit. They're injured. They don't have enough corners. Yeah. I'm thinking now you're convincing me to change my score. I'm gonna go 31-21 Green Bay. Let's go. All right. I'm making a video and I'm gonna post that. I'm gonna say thank you, 7-Eleven.
I think but again, like I think because of what the Vikings kind of did to y'all, like y'all got tape where you could be pressured. There's tape of how like the Vikings kind of bothered y'all, you know what I'm saying, with the pass rush. So I think that's one thing that the Texans can do is rush the passer. That's one of the things they can do. So Jordan
Love doesn't do good with pressure. So
no one does.
No one in the world. Tom Brady neither. You know what I mean?
So Shelby, are you on the Packer love train here?
Come on, Shelby. Make my day.
I think it being at Lambeau alone is because, you look at what we did to the Texans, yes, but US Bank had a very big part of that as well because of how loud it was, and that freaked out Stroud and his offensive line even more. And obviously Lambeau is a very big home field advantage, and they're loud, and I know that everyone's going to be there and going crazy, so I think that alone is going to set them off. I think it's going to be a good game. I'm excited. I don't think that anyone is going to be watching anything other than Vikings-Lions, though.
Whoa!
It's the game of the week. It's the game of the year so far.
The Vikings have a true home field advantage. Like, it's really
are you guys in the morning? Are you guys
the Packers? In December, that's when it's hard to play in Green Bay in December. Now, with the sun out, you could beat the shit out of them, man.
Clearly.
We'll get to that game, but the Lions and Vikings are at the same time as Packers. So I think I'll be going back and forth, right? But when you look at the Packer game and Tucker Kraft, I think he is question mark. He might not play. I'm sure he'll probably play. When you look at this game, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this.
Are we going 4 for 4 tonight?
So Mixon is back, so back that they had to get rid of Cam Akers and trade him back to Minnesota. They traded him back to Minnesota. So when you look at this game, Houston Texans at Green Bay, it's gonna be a perfect day. Obviously, I think the Packers have a decent defense. Front, line there. I think Mixon is going to have a huge game.
They all do, Andy. We can't stop the run. We've never been able to stop the run.
And that's going to open things up for CJ Stroud in a shootout. It is going to be the Texans are going to win 34-31. It's going to be close. The Packers are going to drive down. Love's going to get them close. Brandon McMiss is going to doink it twice, and he's not going to be able to tie. And once again, the Packers are going to be stung by, not having a kicker. And so you're just so close. But Brandon McMiss is going to miss this game-tying field goal, and you are going to be sad. And this is just going to be 4-3, and you're going to be behind the Bears again. And this is just, sorry to say, these Texans are good. They're
not that good, They're not. They're not that good. They
I
are.
know.
Right.
So yeah, we're not
going
going
to just beat them down.
But Minnesota is elite, right? Are we saying that? Are we saying that?
No,
because I said that.
Yeah, right.
I said that all offseason. Minnesota is.
Right.
I've been saying this all offseason. I mean, even
Been
when
the talk
Trav
of the
was
town forever.
even when Trav was saying 0-5, I said these Vikings.
I said
there's something about these Vikings. I don't know what it is, but there's something. This is what I do. I piss on the cornflakes. That's how I flavor.
Sam Darnold threw 181 and 4 touchdowns. 181. He was 17 for 28. 181, throws 4 touchdowns against this pathetic defense.
That's because your boy kept throwing it up. Like how many interceptions did Jordan Love through that game?
3.
Yeah, Joseph, you're right. By the way, the chat is amazing tonight. You guys are all on fire.
Yes, appreciate
except for this Patrick one. Vikings run the league. If we're going to be honest, we're about to find out. We are about
to find out, and let's talk about that. So, this is a huge game, and I'm going to give Shelby you a chance to start. First here. What are your keys to the Vikings since they are favored here? Beating the Lions in week 7.
Go ahead, Shelby.
I'm scared. I'm not even gonna fuck around right now. Which, by the way, I do love your sweatshirt. Side note.
Yeah.
I do love your sweatshirt. I am scared. I almost wish that we weren't the favorite here. Just because I feel like we do better when we're the underdogs. But I think that we are favorited because it is in US Bank. Just because, like Seventh Letter said, we do have, I think right now in the league, we probably have the best home field advantage.
Yeah, it's pretty rare.
There's going to be a lot of Detroit fans there. I guarantee there's going to be a lot of Detroit fans there. But this is like, the nosebleeds are $300 a ticket. Like, this is like Vegas level. There's so many people that are pissed because it's like so expensive, but this is the game of the year. Like, everybody's talking about it. You look at the NFC North alone, which is annoying because I feel like the Bears, the Vikings, like the Lions, all this time we're finally good. And it's like, just kidding, everybody's good. My thing is like, anything I could say that's like a positive for the Vikings, like, oh, we have this, the Lions match the opposite. So it's like, this is amazing on both sides. Like, I think our biggest thing is going to be going against the Lions secondary. If we can continue to dominate them, because if we look at the game in Detroit 2 years ago that I was at, where Justin Jefferson got like 200 yards, but we still lost.
No touchdowns.
That's
remember that.
We lost. But it's always like such a good game with them. But that was also in Detroit. If we look at the game that year in Minnesota, it was a shootout. And my biggest concern more would be not having Jones. Obviously, we did get Akers now, which could be good, but this is his first.
Same as Chandler, same guy.
Well, not even that. It's like, what? He's having 4 days in a new system and then having to go against.
He know y'all. He played for y'all last year.
Right. But I think I'm excited to see what Flores does. Flores' defense against the Lions' tricky switch-up offense, because they have so much dimensions. But so do we. Because, again, if Hawkinson comes back too, there's like so many. I feel like I can't even give a for sure prediction until we know if Jones and Hawkinson are going to be back, because those are two very big keys in this game. I'm just excited. I'm nervous. I don't think I can confidently say who's going to win. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I want to say just because of the Vikings that the Vikings are going to win, but I try to be realistic as possible. And when I look at it, It's crazy. I think another thing, though, is the Lions they've only played one team with a winning record. Okay?
Preach.
You can't. I remember we were talking last week, and I was like, oh, I don't know if I want them to come off a win with the Cowboys or I want them to come off a loss. The way that they won against the Cowboys was so embarrassing. I feel like they're going to be so inflated and so cocky and be brought back to reality real quick. Because regardless, even if the Lions were to win, it's not going to be easy. It's not. And we are a completely different defense. Like, watching I was laughing. I was like, this cannot be real life. Like,
Seventh letter, do you see what she did there? She said she wasn't sure, and then she got a dig in there. She got a little bit of a dig.
I heard it. I'm letting her shine. It's her time to shine.
Well, here Joseph throwing here. Lions going to stuff the run. Darnold will have to play well. Even that won't be enough. 31-23 Lions.
Us coming off the bye is probably my biggest concern in the game.
Wow.
That alone, we historically are fucking terrible after buys. Like, that's my biggest concern. I'm just excited. I think that Flores, he did a presser yesterday and he was like, fight fire with fire. He watched that game against the Cowboys, and I know he was like,
Seventh letter, is this a bigger game for the Lions to win or for the Vikings?
Probably us, because we want the top spot back. We want the top back. We deserve it. We shit the bed against the Bucs. So
not only that, you look at what he said though. We had the hardest schedule going in. These next couple weeks with us are a lot breezier. So we could be, 9-1, 10-1. Like,
so even if you lose, really, you got. Unless
it's just that it's a division game. That's
huge. Cooper, obviously looking ahead, Cooper Kupp maybe back this week. You got the ghost of Joe Flacco tearing it up again in Indy. So who knows? Yeah. But when you look at the keys for the Lions seventh letter, go ahead and tell us how the Lions are going to destroy the Vikings.
Well, what happened last year when Flores tried to blitz us 40% of the time? What happened last year? What happened again? Like, everybody, you got to pressure golf. You can pressure golf if you rattle them. It's usually not blitzes. You can blitz them if you want. I got receivers that can catch, so that's not going to be a problem for me if he blitzes. So he can blitz all he wants. It don't matter. Like, the same thing that happened last year going to happen again.
I think it's going to be more in the backfield. Goff hasn't gotten any interceptions really, and we are the first in interceptions.
But we know y'all. We know y'all. He plays well against y'all. I'm not really worried about that. I don't think y'all win against our offensive line like mine. You know what I'm saying? And I think that'll be like the decider. The trenches will decide this game. If the Vikings are able to stop the run and make us one-dimensional, we'll be in trouble. Definitely. Because they have the offense. Now, if we're able to stay, attached to the receivers long enough, because Sam Darnold, although is having a really good year, he does still hold the ball.
Yeah,
longer than he should. And because of that sacks. So hopefully we'll be able to generate some pressure. I know your offensive line been holding up pretty well, but I think that we still have Elaine McNeil and DJ Reader, and Levi Onwuzurike is playing really, really well. Really, really well. We'll miss Aiden, but I think we'll probably blitz a little more this week to get some pressure, and we'll see if we can bring the old Sam Darnold back.
I also love that everyone has been like, I would rather us be playing Aiden. Like, I feel like everyone in the league loves him so much. Like, there was no there was no Vikings fans, Bears fans, Packers fans that were like, yeah, he's down for next week. Get me out of this shit. Right? Get me out of this one, especially. Get me out of this one. But everyone was
around the world.
Promise I didn't do that.
the Vikings win is going to be tainted because they're going to be like, oh, well, Aiden, yeah.
Nah,
And it's sad the way that he
No,
went
next
down
man up.
too. Like he could have definitely been defensive player of the year. You
Nobody ever cared when nobody was hurt on my team. Like nobody ever cared, and I don't care either. Like
what'd y'all do to Hawkinson last year?
Sue.
Huh?
It's because he had Sue, and he was
Why
like
is
totally
Hawk
dirty.
out?
So
Yeah.
what one thing I'm not really seeing a lot of
I
people talk
love
about.
Sue. I love him.
Yes, you wrote a letter to Sue. Yeah.
Yes, I did. I love Sue.
One thing I don't know anyone's talking about. Obviously, Brian Flores. He's been a hell of a defensive coordinator. What's up with his over under at 50? I mean,
what did we do? What happened last year? We don't want to figure Flores out last year. Remember? After that, the Vikings lost every game, and people was moving the ball on them. They still.
So this could be a turning point for the Vikings season. Then
y'all took out one of our biggest players, and we had the worst quarterbacks in the league.
I'm not even talking about offense. I'm talking about what my offense did to your defense. That's what I'm talking about. And we didn't hurt nobody. And y'all had those same people, and y'all had one of the better defenses earlier in the season last year. Remember, y'all had a game, the worst game in Monday night history against the Bears. What was it, like 7-3 or some nut shit like that? Like,
no, it was the worst game was versus the Raiders.
The Vegas Raiders. That's the game I was at.
Yeah,
where my friend literally fell asleep during that game.
I think the
like
Bears
3-0.
versus the Panthers was also horrible.
But the Bears one was bad too, because that's where Sports Illustrated posted my tweet where I was like, "This is when you drive in silence," because it was.
That game was horrible.
So you are picking the Lions then, 7th?
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. And I know that real quick. I forgot to add this part. Y'all think we were doing that just for the Cowboys last week? All the trick plays. That was a message.
No one thinks that.
No. That was a message to y'all.
Uh-huh.
we the cream of the crop over here in this NFC North. Okay, that was for y'all. We the ones. You know what I mean? We still are NFC champions. That was for y'all. That wasn't really for them. That was for y'all. That's why we ran 4 of them. My bad. That's why we ran 4. That's for y'all.
Y'all been tricky though. It's not like it was a surprise.
No. We went overboard last week.
Because you were up. How much it was? Why not at that point?
But we want to show y'all like we're playing with professional football players. Like we're playing with them. This is football.
But you're playing against high schoolers.
Do you know that they practiced that last week?
No shit.
Don't all teams practice?
They're like, let's do this one. Let's do this one. Let's do this one. Like they just was like, let's just do this one. Like that was for y'all. That wasn't for the Cowboys. That was for y'all.
All right.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So
we gonna find out, aren't we?
But it will be. It's gonna be the best game of the week. It's gonna be a best game of the week.
Yep.
And
but you're saying it's lower.
I imagine.
Can't wait till next week. This is going to be interesting next week.
I do imagine that the Vikings will score. They're going to lead early, but then we're going to figure that garbage out and finish them off in the second half, 31-27.
Okay.
Detroit.
Okay. You're able to. Okay. So, Trev, where are you at on this?
Okay, you just before anyone freaks out, just let me explain, and I won't be long. I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings, and I'll tell you why. Because I've been picking against the Minnesota Vikings all stinking year, and I'm wrong, and I'm wrong, and I'm wrong.
Keep it that way.
I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings. Reverse psychology, and let's go.
Wait. Okay, so
don't put a fucking hex on us.
That means you want the Vikings to lose and you want the Lions to assert their dominance. Because
that's what I'm saying.
Does that mean you're more scared of the Vikings or the Lions?
No, I'm just so sick and tired of being wrong. That's what's happening. I said they were going to be 1-7. They're 5-0, man.
But if you're scared of being wrong, then you think that they're going to win. I obviously I'm wrong when I picked them, so I'm just going to keep the roll going. I'm picking the Minnesota Vikings to win. I'm picking them to upset the Detroit Lions, baby.
Oh, the Minnesota upset. Okay,
Minnesota's going to win this game, and I'm sorry, Shelby. I'm sorry. I'm just tired of being wrong. Okay.
Oh, don't worry. I got the clip where you said 0-6.
Listen,
Locked
I've already
and loaded.
talked about you in other videos. You don't watch my stuff. So
I don't watch
whatever.
anybody's stuff. Don't feel bad about that.
No, I do think the Minnesota Vikings are very good. I've been wrong about them. I think their defense is fantastic. The only part about that team I was nervous about is Sam Darnold. He's way better than I thought. I cannot believe someone just went into my DMs today and said this is what he was like in Carolina. He started really well and then he petered off. And I'm just sitting there going, but I think that's a different team. The weapons he has now, it's different. It's different. So Addison's good. Obviously Jefferson's elite. Is Hawkinson back this week?
We're not sure yet.
I'm hoping because he needs.
He was limited in practice today.
Jalen Naylor good too.
Yeah,
I don't know about that.
You got Powell randomly too.
Yeah, so I do think the Vikings are way better than I thought. I'm looking forward to watching this game. I think it's going to be great. It's going to be fireworks. So
anybody Vikings fans, no one else believes in Sam Darnold. I don't even think his cousins, Sam Darnold's cousins, believe in him. His mother does, but maybe not his cousins.
It doesn't matter. He just keeps proving the world wrong, right? And that's the thing that's interesting. That's why I like the story, even though it's a great story. I like the story. It's kind of neat.
So it is a neat story.
I just want to remind everyone. I think it was 2 weeks ago what you said, Seventh Letter, about what you guys were going to do to the Vikings. We should clip it. Because you said it, if they win, if the Lions win, we got to clip that and post it everywhere. Because it was 2 weeks ago that you said that you were going to destroy that team. And I don't know. Like, I think when it came to Hutchinson, the Hutchinson Lions, like a lot of people are jumping off the bandwagon. But I think the Lions are ferocious.
For sure.
They are so stinking good. And the way they run the ball, and then now with the emergence of JMO, I just think their passing game got better. It still comes down to Jared Goff. He's still good enough. I don't know. It's going to be a bloodbath. I think it's going to be a real interesting game.
We have to stop the run.
You got to get your popcorn ready, everyone.
Okay, get your popcorn ready.
So, yes, get your popcorn ready.
I don't think I'll be eating at all. I'm going to be fucking
nervous.
Damn near throwing up the whole game.
I'm on Ross St. Brown. He is going to have a game. He's going to have 182 yards.
Really?
Wow.
He had like 36 yards last week or some shit.
Everybody had 4 catches, yo. Like everybody. Like
right.
Nobody had 100 yards. Like our top receiver had like 76. Like,
hey,
he was
this
bad.
is going to be a shootout. I mean, and when you look at, and I'm a little worried, but this is going to be a shootout. And I think you're right, Seventh Letter. I think, the Lions are starting to roll, and the Vikings, I think this is a message game for the Lions. This could be a turning point for the Vikings. On the other way, either way, right? If the Vikings prove that they are legit, which they continue to do so, they could be huge for them. I just think the Lions are on a mission until they play the Bears, then they kind of go down. But I am going to say that the Detroit Lions are going to win this one, and I think it's going to be a 37-31 win. It's just it's going to be JMO is going to have maybe 150 all-purpose yards too. I just think I'm on Jefferson. I think Justin Jefferson is going to have a decent game, right? I think if Hawk plays, he has a good game. But when you look at overall all the weapons, Seventh Letter's got this one. The Lions have this one.
Hey, Andy, you know who's going to have the biggest game this week?
Jared Goff.
No. Sam Laporta.
Please.
Yes.
We are terrible against tight ends.
Yeah.
That's a great point. Sam Laporta could have a big game too. I just think overall.
I'm literally getting sick as we're sitting here thinking about it. Like,
but what I don't understand, Andy, with your prediction is, have you not watched the Vikings defense? How in the world could you think it's going to be that high scoring? Like you don't think it's legit? Like
they're legit, right? I think the Vikings are legit, but what happened in that Packers game? How many points did the Packers score?
It's because the Packers are good.
Well, yeah.
No,
I
because
mean,
so are the
they're
Lions.
all right.
the Packers can score, and so can we.
Right.
Mhm.
You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
I'm just saying.
I think the
would put it a
Packers
little
game,
lower, but
though,
you do you.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that one turnover kind of set a momentum. That's the thing. If we keep the momentum, then I think it's going to be smooth sailing.
Smooth.
But
Yeah, all right.
the issue with our team is we
Right.
tend up dropping the momentum briefly, and if you guys have that window, that's where the fear sets in. But when we win, I think it's going to be very scary for the league. I think that, I've remained very realistic, I don't ever like to say the Vikings are going to the Super Bowl because I don't want to cry my eyes out. I've only said that confidently the year that we're not even going to talk about it, actually.
We gonna fuck up your feng shui on Sunday.
But
yeah.
if we win against you guys, though, it is going to shut everybody up. And looking at the schedule from then on, people are going to be very scared.
So
I can't wait for next week. My dad's actually in town next week to go to the Rams game with
Coming
me.
on the show.
I'm definitely going to make him come
Bring
and say
him on
hi
the
on the
show.
show.
Yeah.
Yes, I
I want to
will.
know if he has a potty mouth like you. That's what I want to know.
He
Probably.
used to.
Oh,
That's who I want you guys to meet my mom. Like, you think I'm bad. My mom is the one that is the swear. My dad was the one that taught me how to lose my shit over football. And now he's like tries to chill out until he has some drinks in him, and then
He's
it's
a
a little
fan.
So
yeah.
I love
it's a
this.
little
So
crazy for that.
like we started this discussion. You're like, I don't know. And then as soon as I threw up the score 37-31 and said how good these Lions were, then you took a side and said, all right, you're gonna win. And so I mean, I'm not scared.
Because I gotta be with my team, man. I
the
gotta.
Vikings.
Yeah. I'm not scared of the Vikings. And do you know why? Do you know why I'm not scared of the Vikings?
I do agree with what he's saying, though. But yes, why? Oh gosh. Did you just write that in right now?
You couldn't wait to bust that out. Oh,
Hey, this is the good news, Andy. There's only one team in this division that's not going to lose on Sunday.
Yeah. I am going to sleep
True.
well. I'm going to sleep well. I'm going to eat my popcorn. I'm going to be saying, oh, look at you guys are, bludgeoning each other. You guys are, Bears, we're ready. We're getting ready. Okay. Whoa. Joe,
You play next.
We do play Washington next. So that's
Why?
My most hated
Fran
player.
Tarkenton's such an angel, I feel. He's such like a gem of
Never heard this take that I mean, maybe he broke the heart of some Lions fans or whatever. Fran Tarkenton, obviously it's Tarkenton. Gotta love the spelling, but it's my spelling.
Tarkenton.
By the way, your
Tarkenton.
trash talk's not that effective when it's not spelled correctly.
Right. I'm at the next two games, so I would love to go in 6-0, 7-0 to that Minnesota game against the Colts.
Tell you what, and hey, if anyone's at the game, definitely
this weekend.
Huh?
Are you going this weekend?
No, I'm going the games after.
Oh yeah.
My dad's here for the LA game, and then I go to the Colts.
So if anyone can find you at those games, definitely say hi to Shelby. Get a.
Don't be weird.
Well, yeah, don't be weird.
Thank you.
Be nice.
Because people will be weird
nice.
to me.
Tell you what. Well, and I think I was breaking the news to everyone earlier. I have a buddy who is a Dolphins fan, and he's got tickets for his 50th birthday to go to the Thanksgiving Packers Dolphins game. So I'm going to be out there in enemy territory, probably wearing my Bears stuff. So definitely say hi if you can find me on Thanksgiving.
Don't be one of those.
Oh, I'm going to be.
Just wear a regular color.
Well, he said he's got some Dolphins jerseys that I could wear, but
don't do that. Don't do that.
Wear a Dolphins jersey or wear a Bears jersey?
Stand on it like a rock because the Dolphins suck. And you're going to put that
garbage
on you. And then all that whack juice is going to spill onto the Bears. Watch.
Hey, it's not. Do you know why it's not? Do you know why I'm not worried? Do you know why I'm not worried?
Tell us.
Let's say it again.
Because I fucking knew. Yeah, you should have just said it all.
Caleb Williams, superstar. You look at it. I mean, it always comes back to Caleb. I mean, he's on.
I can't wait till we play y'all. Like all of us fucking dominate the Bears at the end of the year. Like
it's not happening. This is a perfect schedule setting up.
You ain't got no offensive line. You ain't gonna be able to protect against nobody on this podcast.
Hey,
nobody.
We've got 4 wins. We've got 4 wins. All right.
Yes, you do.
Say we'll beat Washington 5. Even if we lose to Washington, we're going to beat New England. So, okay.
You think you're going to win against Washington? Confidently.
Okay. I do. But because of our defense and what they can do to Jaden Daniels. But say, hey, even if the Bears lose to Washington, we're going to beat New England. All right. So there's 5 wins. We split the division between, get 3 wins there. So
but you have no preparation against good teams. You're gonna come in very blind.
It's perfect though. Perfect setup for the Bears. Perfect setup to let Caleb kind of grow, let the defense get healthy, Keenan Allen get healthy. DeAndre Swift starting to come into zone. Have this bye as a perfect spot for the Bears going into Washington, New England. It's a perfect setup for the Bears. I'm excited. And
every time you saw a pass rush, y'all look crazy.
That's what I was gonna say. I'm like, these 3 teams especially. I can just picture his eyes being like.
I could just picture him.
Here we go. QQWW. Here we go. Here's my man right here.
Wow.
That's a very crazy. Let me take a picture of that because.
Is that your backup page?
Can I screenshot this? Let me screenshot this right now.
Let's all look pretty and nice.
Yep, everybody, 1, 2, 3.
Hey, anything's possible. We've got a huge game obviously this weekend. A lot can happen in the rest of the season. These comments have been fired tonight.
Take that shit down.
Dang it. I screwed up the screenshot.
There you go.
I'm sending it to you guys on Twitter right now.
All right.
You guys are going to laugh.
Hey, thanks for everyone kind of, chiming in tonight. Lots of great stuff. And, it's a big week this week to really see what's going to happen between the Vikings and the Lions. But still a lot of season left to be played. And, we're going to see everyone next week and we'll see who's happy, who's not. Hopefully.
As long as it's a good game, I'm going to be feeling good.
If I don't
so you're going to show up regardless, right? You're going to show up regardless.
I'm going to show up regardless. Yep.
All right,
I'll be here regardless.
All right. It was different last year.
And with my dad. All
right. Yes. All right. Sweet. So on that note, where can everyone find you as we close up here?
Wait, first off, I was the end last, whatever. Shelby Tweten, Instagram, Twitter, the Skull Queen on TikTok.
You got to earn that. You got to earn it.
You said I earned it last week. Whatever. They had a crazy win, so I'll give it to them.
All the disrespect, Shelby. Think about that. Just remember that. All the disrespect this week.
And Andy already knows, man. It's coming back home where it belongs next week. That's all.
Trevor, where can everyone find you?
Listen, you can find me, RevTrevNFL. I just did a Cowboys video. I've done the NFC North video on that. It is the best division in football. The NFC North is, listen to me, is the best division in football, and it's not close, anyone. So check out my stuff, RevTrevNFL. I'm everywhere. I'm on TikTok. I'm on YouTube. I'm on X. I'm on Facebook. I'm on everywhere. I'm on
fentanyl.
No, I'm not. Say no to drugs, people.
Say no to drugs.
This episode, hey, tell you what, everybody loves my Bears, and I know you say I'm on drugs because of what I say about my Bears, but hey, 4-2, we're in a great spot. You can find me on Twitter, X. You can find me on YouTube. You can find us on the TikTok on Freezin, the number 4 pod. Definitely like, subscribe, and interact on Twitter as well. So I'm going to be a little bit more chill this week and be able to just kind of take it all in and maybe poke more fun at all 3 of your teams. But hey, we are coming. We are coming for the lead. We're not there yet. We're getting there. And we're coming for you, 7th letter. Where can we find you?
You can find me at the top of the NFC North about 4:00 on Sunday. Yeah. You can find
Will that put you guys on top though?
Huh?
It should.
Yeah.
It
Yeah,
should.
we beat y'all. Y'all was at the top. So that'll put us 1-0 in our division and make you 1-1.
Hey, and the Bears are still 0-0. So hey, we're right there too. So this has been a great episode. Thanks everyone for joining us. Thanks for all the comments. Definitely, come in throughout the week as well. We love it. And got to say, bear down as we close out. Thanks again, everybody.
Let's go Vikings, baby. Let's